Twitter is an amazing platform that can help you grow your business, monetize your work, meet many new people, and be the first one to know about the latest news. Additionally, this social media company has rules that protect its users from being exposed to harmful, abusive, unethical, hateful, fake content and accounts. These policies are here to keep you safe, but what happens if you accidentally break the rules, or you get an email that you're suspended without doing anything wrong? How long do Twitter suspensions last, and how can you gain back your account? In today's blog, we'll discuss the various suspension forms, what type of behavior to avoid and what you can do to save your Twitter profile. X's purpose is to serve the public conversation. Violence, harassment, and other similar types of behavior discourage people from expressing themselves, and ultimately diminish the value of global public conversation. Our rules are to ensure all people can participate in the public conversation freely and safely. Safety. Violent content. You may share graphic media if it is properly labeled, not prominently displayed and is not excessively gory or depicting sexual violence, but explicitly threatening, inciting, glorifying, or expressing desire for violence is not allowed. Violent and hateful entities. You can't affiliate with or promote the activities of violent and hateful entities. Child safety. We have zero tolerance for any forms of child sexual exploitation and remove certain media depicting physical child abuse to prevent the normalization of violence against children. Abuse/harassment. You may not share abusive content, engage in the targeted harassment of someone, or incite other people to do so. Hateful conduct. You may not attack other people on the basis of race, ethnicity, national origin, caste, sexual orientation, gender identity, religious affiliation, age, disability, or serious disease. Perpetrators of violent attacks. We will remove any accounts maintained by individual perpetrators of terrorist, violent extremist, or mass violent attacks, and may also remove posts disseminating manifestos or other content produced by perpetrators. Suicide. You may not promote or encourage suicide or self-harm. Adult content. You may share consensually produced and distributed adult nudity or sexual behavior, provided it's properly labeled and not prominently displayed. Illegal or certain regulated goods or services. You may not use our service for any unlawful purpose or in furtherance of illegal activities. This includes selling, buying, or facilitating transactions in illegal goods or services, as well as certain types of regulated goods or services. Privacy. Private information. You may not publish or post other people's private information, such as home phone number and address, without their express authorization and permission. We also prohibit threatening to expose private information or incentivizing others to do so. Non-consensual nudity. You may not post or share intimate photos or videos of someone that were produced or distributed without their consent. Account compromise. You may not use or attempt to use credentials, passwords, tokens, keys, cookies, or other data to log into or otherwise access, add, delete or modify the private information or account features of any X account other than your own, or those you have been directly authorized to do so via X's Teams authorization, OAuth authorization, or similar mechanism. Authenticity. Platform manipulation and spam. You may not use X's services in a manner intended to artificially amplify or suppress information or engage in behavior that manipulates or disrupts people's experience on X. Civic integrity. You may not use X's services for the purpose of manipulating or interfering in elections or other civic processes. This includes posting or sharing content that may suppress participation or mislead people about when, where, or how to participate in a civic process. Misleading and deceptive identities. You may not impersonate individuals, groups, or organizations to mislead, confuse, or deceive others, nor use a fake identity in a manner that disrupts the experience of others on X. Synthetic and manipulated media. You may not deceptively share synthetic or manipulated media that are likely to cause harm. In addition, we may label posts containing synthetic and manipulated media to help people understand their authenticity and to provide additional context. Copyright and trademark. You may not violate others' intellectual property rights, including copyright and trademark. Learn more about our trademark policy and copyright policy. Third-party advertising in video content. You may not submit, post, or display any video content on or through our services that includes third-party advertising, such as pre-roll video ads or sponsorship graphics, without our prior consent. What happens when your Twitter account is suspended? Social media platforms like Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram are private companies, therefore, they can introduce their own privacy policies and decide to suspend accounts that don't follow the rules and regulations. All Twitter accounts should abide according to the policy, and no one is exempt when they show inappropriate behavior. Before we explain what happens to your account if you get banned, let's see what type of actions can put you on the suspended list. Posting fake news, abusive tweets, false claims. Unethical, hateful conduct. Promoting violence, sexism, terrorism. Spamming. Posting the same tweets to various of your accounts. Following and unfollowing people. Abuse and harassment of other users. Racism. Promoting self-harm. A great example is former President Donald Trump, who got a ban on the platform because his online behavior was inappropriate and could promote offline harm. This incitement of violence by the ex-president earned him permanent jail and no access to the platform. Unfortunately, Trump isn't the only celebrity to get banned. On the contrary, numerous actors, bloggers, singers have been suspended, some of which even threatened legal action against the platform. However, as we mentioned before, this is a private company, and they have the right to set rules and expect users to read and follow them. Now, if you go against the rules and your account is locked or suspended for good, there will be consequences. Read-only mode is one of the two mild forms of suspension when the platform prevents you from tweeting, retweeting, and liking tweets. You'll still be able to send direct messages, you'll read everything on your timeline, and others will be able to write to you, retweet your posts, like your content, etc. The following variant is a locked account because you need to verify ownership or edit your profile. In this case, you will log into the account, and Twitter will let you know the additional information they need from you before you can start using your profile again. They'll also let you know which policy you disrespected and why they're locking you out. What is a permanent suspension? This is officially the most serious and harshest enforcement action that the platform can take. It means that your account won't be visible to people anymore, and you won't be able to post tweets, interact with other accounts, or even gain back access to your profile. If you get an email letting you know that your account is permanently suspended, you can report it and get in touch with the platform's support in case you think you haven't done anything wrong. Twitter's representatives will go over your case once again and decide whether you'll get your account back or not. How long does a Twitter suspension last? Considering that offensive, misleading, fake, hateful, abusive tweets can cause real-world harm, users with inappropriate conduct are suspended according to Twitter rules. However, it can happen to anyone to skip reading the regulations and eventually end up in suspension. So, how long do Twitter suspensions last, and should you start panicking when you receive an email from Twitter support? Unfortunately, this isn't a simple question to answer. In general, the platform does release a part of its suspended accounts, but not all of them. How long your jail time will last and whether you'll get out of it depends on what you did wrong. Thankfully, Twitter will let you know the reason and tell you if they need additional information to resolve the situation. The read-only mode suspension lasts between 12 hours and a week. A locked account lasts until you provide Twitter the information they requested from you, whether that's a phone number, picture, address, etc. This usually lasts between 24 and 48 hours. Getting a permanent Twitter ban means that you won't be able to use that account again or create a new one. Since many people use Twitter for business, it's essential that you read the network's rules and blindly follow them. You don't want to lose everything you've worked for, so you should definitely contact the support team and file a claim. What to do when Twitter suspends your account? How to get around Twitter suspension and go back to your regular posting. If you receive an email that you're suspended, these are the steps to potentially unsuspend the account. Try to unsuspend it. If you received a notification or email that your account is jailed, you can try unsuspending it by logging in. For example, Twitter might ask you to enter your email address once again or your phone number. If nothing changes after this step, it's time to file an appeal. File an appeal. If you're sure that the social media platform locked your account by mistake, and you did nothing wrong, you should file an appeal. You still need to log into the account, then report the issue to Twitter's support team. They will review it and get back to you. Wait. Now there's nothing else you can do but wait. But, unfortunately, there is no specific wait time, so you have to be patient. In some cases, the representatives will look at your claim right away. In others, you might need to wait for a few days before getting an answer. What happens to permanently suspended Twitter accounts? Well, this is a much more serious case because you risk losing your profile for good and all your Twitter information with it. You can bring your account back, but the route is the same. You should file a claim and wait for an answer from the support team. Some people manage to get their profiles back, but others don't. How to avoid Twitter suspension? If you want to avoid Twitter jail, you have to follow the rules. These are the things you should do to successfully maintain an active account, build your business, and monetize your brand. A single controversial tweet can lead to suspension, so the tips we listed below can save you from a lot of trouble. Don't create many accounts. A single person with multiple related accounts is a huge no. Of course, you might not get caught, but why risk it? Don't overdo it with links. Spamming with links is the next thing to stay away from. Yes, links can be an excellent way to promote your business, but your tweets should be a mix of text and links. Also, the platform doesn't let you post affiliate links or cross-promotion with links on various platforms. Don't follow and unfollow. A discrepancy in your follower and following count can take you to jail on Twitter. One of the most common reasons why users are suspended is because they start following many accounts, then shortly after, they unfollow them. If you have a few hundred followers, but you're following thousands, then this will be very suspicious to Twitter. Don't overuse hashtags. Twitter hashtags are excellent for brand exposure, as long as you don't use too many. Instead, stick to 2 to 3 hashtags that are relevant and related to your content. Unrelated hashtags aren't a smart idea. Don't post the same thing over and over again. Spamming is not a Twitter-approved activity. Therefore, posting the same tweet repeatedly can get you suspended. You should never do it. Forget about template DMS. Don't just copy and send the same direct message to many followers. This can easily be interpreted as spamming, and you can be locked out of your account. Use your account. If your profile is inactive, it can be banned. That's why you should tweet, retweet, and engage with other users. If your account hasn't been active in the past 6 months, it will very likely be suspended. We live in a time when being on Twitter is a habit and an inevitable part of most people's lives. Giving away your info to social media platforms is unavoidable. Once you accept the terms and services, you agree to share bits and pieces of your personal information with the platform. But what happens if there's a breach and now your account is exposed and vulnerable? If you want to learn how to protect your Twitter account and get tips on improving security, keep on reading. Twitter accounts haven't been as targeted by massive attacks as Facebook, but that doesn't mean you should put in the simplest password and call it a day. Do you remember when hackers got the information of Twitter employees last summer and hacked the accounts of Elon Musk, Bill Gates, Kim Kardashian, Barack Obama, and many other celebrities? Since you don't want your account in the wrong hands, it's time to take things more seriously and get protected. These are the essential tips that you have to do to feel safer. Having a Twitter account is a responsibility since you'll share a part of your personal information with your platform. There is no way to be 100% sure that your account is entirely safe, but there are things you can do to increase the security on Twitter, protect your account, and use it without fear of getting hacked. Creating a strong password should be a given, but many people still decide to opt for simple choices. Don't forget to add symbols, numbers, and uppercase to yours. Next, enabling the 2FA is the best thing you can do for your account. Once you're done with the basics, protect the tweets, deactivate the tweet location, and turn off the advertising and data trafficking. Increasing Twitter security with these 5 tips takes only minutes but can do you so much good. How long do Twitter suspensions last, and can you get around one? There are numerous reasons why your account on the platform is suspended, and the length of the ban can vary. In addition, some suspensions are reversible as long as you provide the information Twitter requires or stop the behavior that goes against the rules. For example, locked accounts are generally active after 24 to 48 hours, while read-only accounts go back to normal after 12 hours to 7 days. Unfortunately, there is no specific timeline for permanent bans or a way of knowing whether you can save the account. Thank you for watching this video.